Yeah. If Netflix can have problems, the IPL can have problems. I am Yosef, president and founder of the IPL. This is 2024 IPL APEX VIII, our 8th annual run of this. It should be APEX IX, but we had a COVID era issue and had to cancel one of those shows. There's a little IPL history for you, but we are here in November for number 8. We have the most IPL pros on this thing that we've ever had in one press pass. I think we have 9 or 10. I don't know who's still around. We had some technical issues. We got through those, but exciting weekend. We have some exciting lineups, some exciting pros, some exciting amateurs. This whole thing is going to be fire, and I'm looking forward to it. So without further ado, whoever's still here with us, we're going to chat them up. I'm Yosef. This is APEX VIII. All right. Hope everybody can hear me. That's good. All right. Lesley is still here. Thank you for hanging out, Lesley. We're going to chat with Lesley. This is Lesley Beck. She needs a proper introduction. She is Seam magazine cover girl, NATURALMAG cover girl, and currently the most winning IPL pro with 13 pro titles to her name. Lesley Beck will be competing tomorrow in Amateur Figure Masters 40+, Amateur Figure Open, Pro Bikini Model Masters, Pro Shape Masters, making her pro debut there, Pro Fitness Angels Masters, and Pro Sports Model Masters. Welcome back to Press Pass.
Thank you for having me.
Always a pleasure.
You too.
Do you know offhand how many Apexes this is for you?
Oh my goodness. I think I started doing Apex in 2021.
All right.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 4,
Love
I think.
it.
Yeah.
Well, we're always honored to have you in the league and at Apex and on the IPL stage in general. So let's get into it. You are currently the most winning IPL pro on the circuit today with 13 pro titles. What does that mean for you? And how does it feel being the most winning pro?
It feels great. It's an honor, especially being up there amongst some great athletes that definitely deserve to be up there as well. I'm sure that there are people here today that will definitely pass me on that board, I predict, at some point, just because, you know, the competition's good. So I'm honored, but definitely don't take it for granted. And again, I think that there's many of our athletes that'll be up there and in enough time. So I'm ready for some good company to join me in that position.
Definitely. How important is it for you to hang on to that specific distinction? Do you think about that at all?
I do. I mean, I think it's one of the reasons I kind of signed up for quite a bit this time around. You know, I like to be in the lead. I'm not going to lie about that, but you know, I hear it's going to be a good competition. So I'm ready to see what tomorrow brings and how many it'll be at the end of the day tomorrow.
So I didn't want to bring this up, but you were signed up for just maybe a couple, 2, 3 classes, and then I think some of our promotional posters went out. Maybe there's no connection, but some promotional posters came out with some other pros that are going to be joining the show.
Yeah.
And some classes and with chances to win more pro titles.
Sure.
And all of a sudden, you sign up for like 5 more classes. Is there a connection there?
No, that was always in the back of my mind to sign up for more, actually. But I was anticipating to see if it was going to be a bigger show. I think, honestly, the bigger the show, the more I kind of like to do. I think that makes it more fun when there's more athletes. And, you know, Kari and I were just talking beforehand how we never like to be up there kind of by our lonesomes. We like to have some company up there. So, and I just saw it as an opportunity just to kind of finish the year out with a bang. So I just...
Love it.
Yeah, but I take advantage of that.
So for the record, no one at this show is lined up to overtake your position. Just it wouldn't happen with the number of classes they're entered. That's not going to happen.
All right.
No, inch closer
not to
to
say
you.
Never will. But
Right.
It's all right.
Not at this show. You're still gonna walk away with that distinction no matter
Okay,
what. So
good to hear.
you'll also be returning to the sports model division.
Yes.
That's a division you have not entered since Apex of last year.
Mhm.
What brings you back to sports model?
Again, I just kind of wanted to do something fun for the end of the year. It's a division that I think is fun, but I don't like to do it every time just because, trying to come up with a theme or something creative each contest is kind of challenging. So, but yeah, I definitely wanted to bring it back at least once this year, and I hadn't done it the prior 2 shows this year, so I figured I'd run it, this show.
Are we going to see a different or a new sports theme from you?
Actually, no, I'm going to go with one of my.
You can keep it a secret.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be new.
It's nothing I haven't done before.
Got it. Cool. Congratulations on becoming the league's first ever Shape Masters Pro.
Thank you.
You were also the league's first athlete to earn a Masters Pro card in the Bikini model division when we premiered that division in 2022. So what is it like for you earning that win in August in Shape? And what is it like for you just making history like you do within this league with those firsts?
It felt great, especially with the Shape because, I think that was a category that people really jumped to. I think with Bikini model, it kind of took a while for that to kind of get going with people competing in that division. But with Shape, the girls really seemed to be excited about that one. So there was some good competition, I felt like, that I was up against. So I felt really honored to be the first Masters Pro and to earn that pro card the first time around because I don't think that was, something that was a shoe-in. I mean, there were some lots of people that were, again, interested in that division and, were up for it and did great. So I was really honored.
You're going to be making your pro debut in Master Shape tomorrow. How are you feeling about what you're bringing to this pro debut?
I feel good. Honestly, I've been kind of focusing, not that I haven't been focusing on everything, but I am going for a new pro card in a division I've never done before tomorrow. So that's been where a lot of my work has been going this time around. So, but I'm still excited for Shape and excited to see what everyone else is going to bring, if there's going to be some good competition in that category too.
Awesome. So Mark and I share the questions. There's stuff I want to ask you about your new division as well, but I don't want to steal all the thunder here. So we're going to hand it over to Mark Monaco.
All right, welcome back, Lesley.
Thank you.
All right, so you've been dominant in Fitness Angels, winning several pro titles. This show will have 2 ladies you've already went against in the past and have come out on top. How are you feeling about heading into this year's Apex lineup?
I feel good, but I know the competition's going to be good. That was an anomaly when I went over Teresa. I don't know what happened there. I think I was shocked. Definitely did not think. I hope she knows that. So it was a surprise, and Teresa definitely deserved that, in my opinion. So.
All right, I remember judging that one. That was razor thin. That was a great matchup.
It was.
What excites you about your new division tomorrow? So you'll be going for that pro card in figure.
Mm-hmm.
So what excites you about that?
Well, it's something I've never done before, so it's a little bit of fear of the unknown. I don't know if fear is the right word, but anticipation. So I'm really looking forward to it. A friend of mine did figure last show or 2 shows before this one and did really well and kind of just was an inspiration for me to kind of put my hat in the ring for that. So I'm really excited to just step on stage and try it for the first time.
All right, and tomorrow you'll be going against Heather Brice for the first time in the sports model. So Ben already spoke to you about the sports model division. Heather has multiple pro titles in that division. What's your thoughts about competing against her, and what's it going to be like competing against her with her chainsaw?
Oh, that's a little scary. No, I think we'll have fun up there together. I'm really glad that I love with sports model, especially having other people up there with the different props and different themes that people bring. I think it's so fun just to see all the differences, and so I'm super excited. I think I think we will put on a very good show for the crowd. So it'll be a good one.
Awesome sauce. I know you're gonna have a big day tomorrow, as all of us are, but you especially. I know we're almost approaching, if not past your bedtime, so we'll let you go. Thank you for hanging around through those technical difficulties.
Of course, as always.
Back on Press Pass.
All right, thank you guys so much.
Lesley Beck. Next up, we have Mr. Stephen Kendrick, Natural Magazine cover guy, 3-time IPL Pro champion. He will be competing in Pro Bodybuilding Open. Welcome back to Press Pass, Stephen Kendrick.
Hey, how you doing, man?
Good, man. How are you?
Oh, good, good.
Good. You're always good. You're always a good support. Welcome back. So let's kick off by talking about your competitor for tomorrow,
Okay.
right? So you're coming in at 52 years young, while your competitor is 28. What's it like to take on a kid this age, with this kind of age gap?
I mean, to be honest with you, I don't think about his age. I look at the open class as, you know, anybody who comes in, that's who we're doing. I'm excited about the fact that I'm actually going up against somebody who's young. You know, so depending on how it plays out, you know, may make me feel better about my age.
Nice. Well, you should feel good about where you are at this age. You're killing it, man. I'm proud of you. Do you feel like being older gives you any advantages over maybe a younger competitor?
I'm older, but
Or does it limit you in some ways, do you think? Or both?
But yeah, I mean, there are some limits with being older. Because I mean, you have a tendency to like have situations where you overtrain. A lot of injuries can happen. I mean, thank God on this one, I've only had like one injury, and that was just a minor little back sprain or strain that I had there for about a week, which I worked
On
through.
Press Pass, we talked about literally crushing ribs,
Oh, yeah, on that
falling
previous
off
one.
of. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, when I
Forgot
was building a storage
Yeah.
building. Yeah, I was doing the ramp. and
that's one of the most viewed highlights from Press Pass. Actually,
Oh, really?
Yeah, that one was a good story you told there. So you have been injured.
Oh, yeah.
This is your 4th IPL contest since you joined the league, and it's worthy of note that you have never placed less than first in each of these events. How do you feel about the physique you're bringing for tomorrow, and how that look stacks up with the looks that you've presented so far on the IPL stage?
Actually, I think it's a combination of what I've brought previously. The first show I did, I was heavier. The second show, I came in pretty lean, and but I sacrificed some muscle during that one. I didn't have my diet dialed in like I should have. Now this show, I feel like is a combination of both, because I feel like I've dialed my diet in a lot better. I actually did cardio for this one. I normally don't do cardio. I usually just depend on my workouts that last like 3.5 hours long. So that's where I get a lot of my calorie burn from. But I mean, I was still doing the same thing, except I was, you know, adding anywhere from a half hour to an extra hour of cardio in the evenings. So I was doing 2 days for most of this. So I think it's, as long as I don't mess up tonight and spill over or anything like that, I should bring a really good package tomorrow. So I guess we'll see in the morning once I take this off.
I feel like you do have that kind of sunken face look, that like
My wife calls
hyper
me the
lean.
Grinch. She says I look like the Grinch when I smile.
That's low body fat
When I
on
do
that
that
face
weird
too.
little grin.
That's awesome. There's a good chance you're going to be joined by a 3rd athlete tomorrow, so there's a wild card in there.
Thank God.
Do you think about that? Do you think about who it might be? Do you just roll with the punches? You said thank God, so maybe that means
Oh
you're
yeah,
excited.
no, I
You're
love
excited.
the more people, you know, I love the competition. I mean, because that's what this is all about. I love being able to walk up on stage and you just never know who's going to be. You know, when you just look next to you on each side of you or wherever you happen to be standing or whatever, you know, you look down at the other ones, you're like, it's up to the judges. And that's what I like. You know,
Awesome.
I mean, I know when you go up there and sometimes if you do it by yourself or whatever, you're still having to get those points to get what you're wanting. But there's nothing like the feeling of having somebody next to you and you're having to battle it out on stage with them. You know, they're throwing their poses, you're throwing yours, and you're just hoping that you're doing a little better.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, welcome back, Stephen.
Yeah.
You've been dominant since receiving your pro cards in bodybuilding within the league. What are some of the motivating factors that drive you to continually improve?
Actually, the motivating factor for this has actually been a lot more of a mental aspect for me. I actually got back into bodybuilding because I retired for quite a while. Like, I think I'd been off stage, almost 10 years or something, came back, but it was more of a mental aspect. It was helping me to get focused again. I mean, my workouts in the gym, I was still working out, I was running around about 200 pounds at the time, because I'm still, I was heavier. I mean, I wasn't like fat or anything like that, but I mean, I was bigger, but there was no goals. There's something about having a goal and having to be ready at a certain date. There's nothing like that. Just gives you that razor sharp focus. Now, I mean, it's good for most of the time until you get close to the end, and then then it affects the family. So they don't like the last little bit of it. You get a little impatient sometimes.
All right, so your competition at this show is a new pro, John Lancaster. So he's a younger guy, like we talked about. He just received his pro cards earlier this year at the Virginia show.
Yeah, he's a mass monster.
So what challenges do you feel that he possesses to you?
He's got really good size. He's got, he's got just nice, big, full muscles. So, I mean, I've only seen like a couple of pictures of him before. I normally don't look at the other competitors prior to, because I've made that mistake before in shows before, and then you get in your own head, and next thing you know, you're messing up. Because, I mean, you can defeat yourself before you can go on stage. So I try to keep that winning mentality in my head that no matter what, I'm going to go up here and do this. Now, if I get in my, I start looking at somebody and I'm like, oh, okay, well, they got something that's bigger, or, the striations are showing up better than mine, or at least I think they are. You can get in your head and you can lose it, no matter what your physique is.
All right, so the last time you competed was in April, and that's the one I had the honor to compete alongside you.
Yeah.
Have you made any challenge or any changes in your training? Or what changes can you expect or can we expect to see tomorrow when you step on stage?
I mean, I don't know how noticeable they'll be, from before, but I am coming in a lot heavier this time. But I think I'm, up to this point, up until like the past day or so, like the striations and everything that are just really showing up throughout everything, they've just been off the charts. It's been really good. Like, I mean, if it wasn't for the mirrors in the gym, I would have no idea where I was at. But the changes that you'll see is I think I've brought up a little bit of thickness in my lats. I've brought my shoulders up a little bit. My chest is still lagging on behind, but it's coming up. I've been trying to really hit that because of that AC tear that I had there a couple of years ago, and that made it to where I couldn't do any chest work at all. But I'm slowly bringing that up. So I think it's coming around a little bit better.
Rumor has it this battle with you and John is going to be kind of like a reverse version of Tyson and Paul. What do you have to say to that? I'm just kidding. Steven Kendrick, thanks, man. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow and what you bring, brother.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mark.
Next up is Mr. John Lancaster, all the way in from the East Coast to be here at Apex today. Welcome. His first Apex, welcome.
Thank you.
John's going to be competing in Pro Bodybuilding Open, his pro debut, against Steven Kendrick and possibly another gentleman, if that gentleman earns a pro card. So there might be three of them. There's definitely two. Congratulations on earning that pro card earlier this year in Virginia. How are you feeling about Apex weekend so far?
Oh, I'm excited about it. Everyone's treated me very well. The hotel is beautiful. Phoenix, Arizona is a wonderful city. Lots of things to do. Beautiful architecture, great weather. I couldn't ask for a better venue, to be perfectly honest with you.
Awesome. What's it like for you traveling for a show?
So this is the first show I flew out at, so it's been a bit of a learning experience trying to figure out what to pack, trying to secure food. So I had to make a few Instacart runs, to keep my macros where I need to keep them so I can show up good for the contest. So it's a lot of touch and go, but so far so good.
You working with a coach or are you doing your own prep?
It's just me.
Nice. Your competition at this show is the undefeated Stephen Kendrick. So I'll ask you the reverse question. He's an older guy with a couple of decades of experience on you. What challenges do you feel he might pose to you? And do you feel you have any advantages over him?
Yeah, that's a good question. So I know with the IPL, posing and presentation plays a big role in the score as well as the routine. So when you have someone with that amount of experience, that's always it's always something you got to look at. Is how well is the posing routine going to be? How well is his transitions going to be? The angles and things like that. So of course that's always that's always a factor to be heated, for lack of a better word. Also, typically with the older guys, there may be a higher degree of muscle maturity or a definition where you see the striations and cuts literally down to the bone. So I mean, I don't know what he looks like right now, but with an older guy, those are the things you typically have to watch out for.
So you're posing, obviously, was at that show you competed in, our show in Virginia. You posed amazingly, and you do some posts on social media showing the skills. So you have some skills and a style, that classic style of bodybuilding posing. Do you feel like you're going to be challenged there, or do you feel like you got that in the bag with regards to posing?
I think my posing is pretty solid. I mean, the posing, that individual artistic aspect of bodybuilding is one of the things that drew me into the sport. So whenever I step on stage, I'm looking to score a perfect 10 in the pose, and I think I got that one.
Nice. Quick question. What's your height and what's your body weight as far as where you'll be standing on stage tomorrow?
So my height is 6 foot, and the last time I weighed, it was about 252.
All right. Interesting. Steven? You still here?
Yeah.
What are your stats? Height and weight?
5'7", 160.
All right. That'll be so almost 100 bucks. Yeah. That'll be interesting. And interesting is that doesn't necessarily mean, that could go either way. So I'm super excited about that. Finally, for me, there's a good chance that you're going to be joined by a third athlete tomorrow. So again, there's a wild card. Do you think about who that might be, or do you just roll with it, or is that even a thing?
Oh, goodness. When I was checking the sheet, I did see a name. But the funny thing is, that there's only but so much you could do leading up to the show. I really don't concern myself with who may show up. I tend to allocate all my focus into presenting a package that's as optimal as I could get it. So concerning what someone else may bring, that really doesn't factor in, because I'm so focused on the things that are inside my control and things that I can improve. So I'm more of a let come what may kind of a person in regards to the potential competitors.
All right, John, welcome to the Press Pass.
Thank you.
All right, you earned your bodybuilding open pro card in Virginia earlier this year. How exciting was it for you to become an IPL pro?
I wasn't expecting it, to be honest. It was pretty exciting. I know when I was standing up there, I was thinking, okay, I won. I was like, oh wait, I got the pro card too. So it was like it was a dream that came true that I didn't expect to come true. So it was more like sort of like a blank moment. It took me a while it took a while for it to really settle in, but it was an amazing and rewarding experience.
All right. Your pro debut is going to be against a top bodybuilder in the IPL. So how exciting is it for you to make your pro debut against the very best?
I never really thought it was like that. I guess if you're going to make a debut, you might as well go big and have it be against one of the most decorated and undefeated people in the league. So I couldn't ask for more.
All right. And since you earned your pro card earlier this year, what changes, if any, have you made in your training for this particular show?
Right. So for this show, I've been making strides to improve my definition. So just trying to keep a consistently high step count, trying to get that average of 10,000 steps a day, and trying to navigate the difficulties of working a 9-to-5 job, because I'm an insurance agent by trade, and also fitting in the training necessary to come in with a high level of definition. Being over 240 pounds. I've really been trying to improve my V taper, so really hitting the lower abs and the obliques. trying to focus in on those lower lats so I can get a better taper at around the same weight with improved definition. So just little tweaks like that, and I think they're going to show up tomorrow.
All right, and has anything changed for you this week in your travels to Arizona? We talked about you're coming from Virginia, right?
Well, I'm flying out of DC. So for this week, I took training off more or less. I know last week was pretty intense. So with this week, I've just been healing up, maybe doing some pump work so I could stay tight. Just keeping the diet consistent, at least for the last week, just mainly protein. Only carbs I'm getting is sweet potatoes. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep that consistent all the way till it's time to step out there.
Awesome. Well, we're excited to see you go up against Steven and possibly a third guy. I think it's going to be super fun and interesting to see that first moment when you and Steven, it's always that, it's like with Mark and Steven, when they stepped out, you're like, all right, this is what it is, right? So I'm excited. We're all excited. Welcome to Press Pass, and we're pumped to see you tomorrow, man. Thanks for being here.
Absolutely, thank you.
John Lancaster. Next up, we have Kari Miller. Kari is competing in Pro Bikini Masters. That's her pro debut. She's competing in Pro Bikini Open. That's her pro debut. Amateur Athletic Masters for the first time, and Amateur Athletic Open for the first time. And for the first time, she's on Press Pass. Welcome to Press Pass.
Thank you.
Let's do this. I don't know why I didn't say this before, but let's pull that mic out of that stand. Right? It goes up and out, forward.
Oh, I was
Yeah, that's
like,
right.
okay, there we go.
And just set that stand like on the corner of that table. There you go.
There we go.
That's fine. I like that. I like that better. Welcome to Press Pass.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the
Happy
IPL
to be
stage.
here.
Awesome. So, how are you feeling about Press Pass?
I'm feeling good. Feeling good tonight.
Good, good.
Yeah.
You're also an athlete who does not hesitate to enter open divisions, right?
Correct.
We've had quite a few Masters pros and amateurs, of course, as well, who just won't enter the open. What's your take on this?
My take is, if I'm gonna prep and do all this work in prep, I'm gonna get as much stage time as I can. And
Put that mic closer to your face.
whether I get it or not, like, I have nothing to lose. I like the competition, and
So you're not scared of going into
No.
classes where girls could be any age?
nope, not scared at all.
Good. Are there any other divisions that you might enter in the future? Obviously, you were a bikini girl at your first show. Now you've added athletic. Are there any other divisions?
I don't know. I guess I'd have to look. I don't know. I'm kind of partial to bikini and now athletic. I've really focused a lot on the athletic part of it. So
Awesome. You like athletic.
I do.
Good.
Yes.
Awesome.
It showcases the muscles a little bit more, and I'm excited.
All right, welcome to Press Pass.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
All right, so you earned your pro cards in both Masters and Open Bikini at your previous show in August. You made your Pro Masters debut at that show, placing second. How excited are you to make your Open or your Pro Open debut tomorrow? And how are you feeling about your return to Pro Masters?
I'm excited because you never know. Like at this point, obviously, I don't know who the competition is, and so I'm excited about that. And I think it'll be a good show. This is a fairly bigger show, which Lesley had stated, like, we don't like to go up there and compete by ourselves. So I'm glad that somebody joined the athletic part of it too. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm ready to take on the challenge.
Nice. What changes, if any, have you made during prep for this show, and what improvements can we expect to see in your physique this time around?
Well, always trying to build more muscle and lift heavier in the gym. Posing, I really worked a lot harder on posing this time, I feel like. So hopefully my posing is a little bit better. And yeah, just haven't really made a lot of changes. Just kind of stuck with what my coach says, and just like I didn't second guess her this time like I did last time. Just trusted the process a little bit more this time. The mental part was a lot better this time. So.
All right, this time around, you'll also be going for pro cards in athletic. We talked about that a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
We spoke shortly after the show about your muscularity after the last show and how athletic will be a nice addition to serve your physique. So far, which of the divisions do you like more between bikini and athletic?
I think I already answered it.
I know,
Athletic,
pretty
because I was always telling people I wish I could pose more like the guys. Like I wanna do those kind of poses. And so when I looked at athletic, I was like, that's perfect. So yes, I'm excited about athletic.
Very cool. So we're excited to see what you bring tomorrow. I had a photo shoot with you earlier today. You looked awesome and improved. So
Thank
I'm
you.
excited to see what you bring tomorrow.
I'm
Welcome to
excited.
Press Pass. Welcome to Apex.
Thank
Kari
you.
Miller. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next up, Teresa Moss, athlete, Entrepreneur Magazine cover girl, one-time pro champion. She's competing tomorrow in Pro Figure Masters, her pro debut, Pro Bikini Open, her pro debut, Pro Fitness Angels Masters, Pro Fitness Angels Open, and Pro Evening Gown Masters. Welcome back.
I'm
Press
tired
Pass.
already.
I know, right? We gotta do it proper. We gotta do you proper. All right, so you traveled in from Alaska. Is it challenging to travel with regards to peak week, nutrition, water, and all those things?
I think the older you get, I'm 53 this year, and I've noticed that the older I get, the earlier I have to go. So when I fly, I hold a lot of water now, so I have to come in, at the beginning of the week. So I basically come in and do my entire peak week at location. So
Very cool.
yeah, and I'm pounding water, we're talking 2 gallons, and then we just hope for the best.
That's interesting. So I'm not sure if you know this. I actually had this question written before I mentioned this to you earlier today, but I'm not sure if you know this, or I do know that you know this. Your press pass highlight from your first pro win last year in Florida has received more views than any other press pass highlight on the IPL YouTube channel.
Wow.
Why do you think that is?
I don't
What do you think about
know.
that?
I don't know. I've been told that it's just my personality, that I'm just real. I have
And the
no
infectious laugh.
idea.
It
I've been
is.
told that.
Lynette said that.
I've been told that.
That's a fun fact. So we have a promo that we share on social media that lists IPL pros with the most pro titles. Right now, you have earned just one.
Yep.
You've mentioned that you want to be one of the pros on that poster. Tomorrow, you're competing in 5 pro classes. If you were to walk away with pro victories in all of those classes, or even a few of them, you would definitely be on that list. How are you feeling about the idea of pulling that off?
I'm excited. I'm very excited. Yeah. It's one of those things where you want it. Of course, everybody's here because they want it. So I hope it happens. If it doesn't, I'm just going to keep trying.
Great attitude. In Pro Open Fitness Angels, you're going to be facing off with Kirsten Cote, who's 20 years younger.
Yep.
And there will potentially be another pro joining that lineup who is 15 years younger. How much do you know about Kirsten, and what are your thoughts on competing with women who are decades younger, which you often do?
It doesn't bother me at all. It really doesn't. We're all there. We've all worked hard. I think, if anything, my heart would be to inspire them more than anything, and not only to inspire the younger ones, but to inspire the older ones that it's okay to compete against the younger. We're there to not only encourage them, but to inspire them, and the same for the older people as well.
Awesome.
Yeah. I'm excited. I don't know how it's going to turn out. I don't care. I'm excited. I did the work.
All right. Welcome back to the IPL competition stage.
Nice to see you, Marco.
So we didn't really mention this, but you had a knee injury that prevented you from competing earlier this year.
Yeah.
What was the extent of the injury, and how were you able to rehab it to get back to competition shape?
So in February, I was supposed to compete in April. February, I completely ruptured my ACL. So Valentine's Day of this year, I had an ACL replacement. I went with the allograft. So I have it's basically a donation. And the cool thing about that, I'll just plug this in there, is I reached out to the donor foundation, and the family, I don't know who they are, but they know who I am. And so they know to follow me, to be able to see their loved one's knee, basically, that ACL tendon, taking me up the mountains that I climb, the ice climbing that I do, the outdoor guiding, the hunting, and the bodybuilding competing. So it's been a very tough journey to be a fitness professional for so long and then to suddenly have an atrophied leg. That was really, really hard on my mental and my emotional of just, I tried hard not to let that thing atrophy, but within days after the surgery, it was already 2 inches smaller than my other quad. I have worked hard to get this quad back to match the other one. We'll just have to see how that goes tomorrow. It's been a really long, I did all of the physical therapy, some peptides, some stem cell. I did everything I could. So I worked hard. I'm only 9 months post-op, so.
Yeah, it's an awesome story. I know we're looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. So tomorrow you're going to have a rematch with Lesley Beck in the Pro Masters Fitness Angels, along with new pro Jennifer McFarland. So the previous time you and Lesley met, it was super close. I remember judging that one. What's your thoughts heading into this class tomorrow?
I'm excited. I'm nervous. I think if any athlete is here and they're not nervous, they're disassociating. Like I'm nervous, but I'm excited. I just happened to walk in when Lesley said that she thought I should have won that class, and I think this needs to be said because I felt the same way in Florida when I beat Lynette, who's one of my best friends and also the fellow coach. We coached together this team, and I really think that this is what needs to be known is that in both situations, Lynette beat me in most of the categories. I beat Lesley in most of the categories until it came to the costume or the outfit. The dress that I wore is what flipped it to cause me to beat Lynette by very narrow points. And it was the same thing against Lesley. It was because of the costume. That was my first time competing in Fitness Angels. I look back at it now and I go, oh yeah, my wings were too big and this wasn't right, and Lesley goes all out. She is a performer and I've really learned from her. So I hope I bring it this year.
I know that's one of the divisions we're really looking forward to. Which division and matchup excites you most?
Bodybuilding. I love bodybuilding. I love it. Yeah, and I'm excited to be doing my pro debut in that tomorrow. Yeah, and I'm also excited that there's more women beginning to enter that because being the only one in that class is terrible. So I'm excited, and it's going to be 2 girls from my own team coming for me. So I'm excited.
That's super awesome. Thank you for being here. Welcome back to Press Pass, and we're excited to see you tomorrow.
Yes, thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Teresa Moss. Next up, we have Heather Brice. Seam Magazine cover girl, 4-time IPL Pro champion, competing in Amateur Bodybuilding Open, Amateur Fitness Angels Open, Pro Sports Model Masters, and Pro Evening Gown Masters. Welcome back to Press Pass, Heather Brice.
Thanks so much.
Good to have you back. Nice hat. Looks good. You traveled all the way from Alaska as well with your team. When did you get into town, and what tips can you give for keeping things together when traveling for a show?
I had a roundabout way coming in. I was Colorado, then Kansas, now Phoenix. I got here on Wednesday, and yeah, just been prepping together.
That's your tip, prep together?
No, I missed
Oh.
the tip. Sorry.
It's okay.
I was thinking
That could be
of-
it. That's
Tip,
tips.
tip for prepping. Do what your coaches say.
You compete in quite a few divisions with so many. Why so many, and what tips can you give there with regards to athletes who want to mix it up like you do? Also, do you have a favorite division?
So far, my favorite division is probably sports model, just because I've done it the most, I think, and it's just a fun thing that I can associate with the rest of my other achievements outside of the fitness world. So I'm really excited to do the Fitness Angels this year. So competition. I'm sorry, two questions. I'm just not handling it well tonight.
No, you're doing awesome. This is awesome. And it's late, and you guys have a show tomorrow, so thank you for staying up. And we started 40 minutes late with those technical difficulties, so I appreciate you. You're in some pretty competitive pro lineups tomorrow, not to mention your amateur classes. Do you focus on who you're going to be competing against, or do you just take it out in stride?
I pretty much take it all in stride. I'm definitely assessing who's in the classes, and Coach T has always encouraged us to go for the win. So I'm up against her, and that's what I'm going to do. See how we do.
All right, welcome to Press Pass. First of all, congrats on your cover appearance on our most recent C magazine. What was it like to see your image on the cover when it was announced?
That was really exciting. I was super flattered. Yeah, I love that. And in the article, I talk about having been in a clothing magazine shoot when I was 49 or something like that, and that feeling strange and odd at that period of my time in my life, and now being 55, that being on the cover of a fitness magazine is kind of mind-blowing.
So I was at that Alaska photo shoot that landed you to scene cover. It was cold. You remember how cold it was? How'd you make it through that shoot in those freezing temperatures? And for those that don't know, tell us the story of that fur coat you wore for that cover photo.
That fur coat was a godsend, and that is Lynette's mom's coat, and she loaned us a whole bunch of fur so we could stay warm on their Riverside property. But fur is kind of in my niche as part of my costuming. When I'm carving ice too, I always have the signature fur hat, so it was appropriate.
All right, and tomorrow you're going to be going for that pro card in bodybuilding. If I remember correctly, you were so close to earning it the past couple of shows, just a couple of points. So how important is it to achieve this goal, and what changes have you made this time around?
Well, physique-wise, I've really focused on a little bit more leg development. I haven't had a lot of time to do that, but seeing little gains in the glutes, so I think that'll help. Also been working on my routine a little bit more, and fine-tuning that, fine-tuning the posing. I'm coming in pretty lean, so should be able to nail it this time.
Awesome. We're going to let you get out of here, get some rest, put those feet up, and get ready to rock and roll tomorrow. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. Congratulations on all of your success so far. We look forward to seeing much more. Heather Brice. All right. Next up, Lynette Spence, Seam Magazine cover girl, 9 times IPL Pro champion, competing tomorrow in Pro Bikini Model Masters. That's her pro debut. Welcome back to Press Pass.
Hey guys, thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. It's going to be great seeing you and the team at IPL. What am I reading the wrong questions here?
It is late.
All right. You're going to be competing in Bikini Model. Let's get right to it. Pro Bikini Model, you earned your pro card in Alaska a couple months ago. How are you feeling about that win in Alaska, and why Bikini Model?
Well, I'm a person who likes to always have something challenging to keep me, just to kind of keep things exciting. I love to be learning all the time, and that was really outside my comfort zone. I'm a barefoot ponytail girl from Alaska on the river, right? So I did it, and here's the truth. Everybody who's with us this time is competing in a new class. And so I don't know if that's the inspiration for it, or if it's just because we all said, hey, let's do something that really makes us stretch. And but if that's what it is, that's great, because we're gonna have a good time tomorrow.
I love that. Love that. With 9 IPL Pro titles across various divisions, you are currently sitting in the 2nd place spot for the most winning pro. How important is something like that statistic for you, and do you have a desire to be number 1 there?
Well, I think anybody sitting here would lie if they said they didn't want to be number 1. I'm honored, actually. We work really hard. We work really consistently as a team. But most of all, we do this to have a good time and to inspire others. So, I'd say that I'm in it for the lifestyle and encouraging others to do the same, and to, even if they start late like me. I had my first show when I was 39. So, and to keep going. I also did 39 shows before I got my pro card. So it's important, but most of all, it's fun and challenging. And that's what this is about.
Well said. Well said. Back to bikini model. For Apex tomorrow, you had originally planned to just come in a coaching capacity, but there's a rumor that someone talked you, or some people I heard, plural, talked you into entering at least one class, and that's the bikini model class for your pro debut. What can you say about that decision to hop in and make your pro bikini model debut?
Well, we coach as a team. We make a decision as a team to try to have someone dedicated to backstage, because we don't just travel singular. There's 5 of us here. And so, and I had to ask permission, first of all, is this going to be okay with the rest of the team? And of course they said, okay. And so I'm grateful for the opportunity. I am excited about the lineup. I'm actually not one that checks out everybody who's showing up, but since we're on posters, it's kind of out there, right? So
That's why we do that.
Excited. I'm so excited. And that keeps you in shape when someone says, let's do this and let's get on stage again. So we've been working hard for a long time. And so we went treat shopping before this, so we're ready.
All right, welcome back to Press Pass.
Thanks, Mark.
How do you feel about making your pro debut in bikini model against Lesley Beck, who's also a veteran pro of this division?
Well, I'd be lying if I didn't say I was a little nervous about that, right? I mean, she is number one. She's the champion. I'm excited to see how it goes. We've been practicing hard, posing like no other, right? So I'm jazzed. I'm ready.
All right, and congrats on the new pro card you earned in Alaska a couple of months ago. It's awesome that your physique allows you to cross over into multiple divisions and have success. Which divisions can we expect to see you compete after this show?
Ooh. I got my eye on sports model. We have also toyed with the idea of fitness angels. So those are 2 for sure, I think, that you'll see me in. I don't know, I like all of them. I do like to be barefoot though, so, yeah.
All right, and after the Alaska show, did you take any time off, or did you continue prep for this show?
Well, it was my birthday weekend for that show, so we did have a really good time, probably for about a week, which is good because that revs up your metabolism, So we took about a week off and then hit it hard. My coach is tough, and so she didn't give me much time off. She customized the program to keep us moving towards the direction to be leaner, to be more symmetrical, and to pose every single day. And then of course we do our own nutrition, so.
Great, well, we look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Lynette Spence.
See you then.
Awesome. You guys go ahead. Is Jennifer here? Yay! Jennifer McFarland, Vigorous magazine cover girl, competing tomorrow in Pro Bikini Model Masters, Amateur Bikini Model Masters 40 plus, Pro Fitness Angels Masters, Amateur Swimsuit Model Masters 40 plus, and Amateur Evening Gown Masters 40 plus. Welcome to Press Pass for the first time.
Thank you.
We're excited to have you here. You're primarily known as a pageant girl, right?
Yes.
Where you've done very well for yourself. What got you interested in physique competitions?
Basically to become healthier.
Nice. Grab that microphone. How did I get back in that stand? Yeah, you can leave it on the table and just talk into it so we can hear you. Awesome.
Become healthier.
I think it's working. How do physique competitions compare to pageantry, would you say?
More muscle definition is admired in physique competitions. The tan.
Right. They tan in pageants, just not as hard, right?
Not as much.
Right.
Yes.
But there is a tan. They do spray tans, right?
I'm sorry?
They do spray tans, though.
No,
They don't?
you would do that on your own.
Right. I mean, but the contestants do tan. Like, they do the tan, but just not as strong. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely like the muscle definition.
You compete in several divisions in the IPL. Which one do you like most, and did you even have a favorite?
The evening gown and fitness angels.
Nice.
All right, welcome to Press Pass.
Thank
First
you.
one, debut. So first off, congratulations on your recent magazine, Vigorous magazine, the cover. What does it mean for you to grace that cover?
Oh, it made me feel elated, confident, just really proud of myself. How about that?
All right. Tomorrow you'll be competing in several pro divisions against some IPL veterans. So how do you feel about the competition, and what do you know about these ladies you'll be competing against tomorrow?
How do I feel about the competition? I look up to them. I've seen their pictures on social media, and I admire all of their hard work that they put into it. So I just like to learn from everyone. And what was the second question? Sorry.
Oh, just about how you feel about the competition, and what do you know about the ladies that you're going against tomorrow?
I don't know everyone because this is only my second competition. I am like a newbie still, but I do like looking at the social media, their profiles, and learning from them. I look up to them basically.
All right, and what changes or improvements can we expect to see in your physique since the August show? And do you have any surprises this time around?
Like now or in 2025?
Either way, either one, right?
Okay.
I know you're working with the high-end posing coach. I know that for sure.
Yes, Leanne. So I'm learning more about the posing routines, and I would like to work more on my abs. So in 2025, I definitely want to work.
Wouldn't
on
we
my
all? I gotta work on my abs too.
So, and I also want to focus more on the portion control, portion sizes, because I love Mexican food. So I need to work on that.
Awesome.
Does that answer the question?
Yeah, you got it.
Okay.
We're excited to have you back. Welcome to your first Press Pass.
Thank you.
You're amazing. It's gonna be fun tomorrow.
Yes.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Jennifer
you.
McFarland.
Thank you.
Next up, we have Kirsten Cote. Not Kirsten, it's Kirsten, like curse words, or cursive.
Thank you
Or-
for saying it right, I've definitely been
Yeah.
called worse, so.
All right. Welcome to Press Pass. How you feeling about this weekend?
Pretty good, I'm excited.
Pro Evening Gown Open, you were amazing in Alaska a couple months ago. What was it like taking that pro card, and how are you feeling about that division for tomorrow?
Well, I didn't take pro card in evening gown, just in Fitness Angels, but
Right.
I'm excited for evening gown. I have a new dress and I'm so excited to wear it. It's beautiful, so I'm excited to show that off.
You looked amazing in all of your divisions
Thank you.
in Alaska. We post a lot of your images from,
Yeah,
and
I
people like them.
appreciate
People
that.
like you.
You guys are trying,
Yeah.
definitely promoting me. I appreciate it.
People like you. Do you feel an advantage being, I guess, younger than masters, not masters, going against masters competitors, or do you feel? What's your take on it?
I don't feel young, so I feel old. But yeah, it is really awesome that older people, get into this sport. I'm definitely going to continue doing it for years. And I definitely look up to them. I can't believe some of the physique these ladies have. Like, it's just amazing.
All right, welcome, Kirsten. I got your name right this time.
Thank you so
Kirsten,
much.
like curse word.
I know my best friend was out there yelling in the audience to you, so I apologize for her.
So you competed at the Alaska show back in September, and you were one of the breakout competitors at that contest.
Yeah.
How was that experience for you in your first IPO show?
Yeah, it was awesome, way better than any other organization I've ever competed in. It was just so much more fun, much more laid back, less stressful. Overall, it was just a great experience.
All right, and tomorrow you'll be competing in several divisions, including Fitness Angels Open, making your pro debut. You're going to be joined by fellow pro teamos. How do you feel about this matchup?
I feel great. I mean, I look up to her. Like, she is also from Alaska, avid hunter. I hunt. Like, I think we have a lot in common. I'm definitely looking forward to competing against her. I know that she has brought it before, so I'm going to try to bring it like she has in the past.
You have competed in several divisions within IPL and will be competing in more tomorrow. Which division excites you the most?
That's a difficult question because I really do like them all. I think I put the most effort into wings. I definitely, that was what I got my pro card in, and so I kind of just like ran with that. But I have been practicing posing for all the other divisions, and I'm excited. I just I don't know which one is my favorite. I'm also doing figure this time, which I haven't done in like 10 years. I'm definitely not as muscular as I used to be, but we're gonna give it a shot. You know, it's just for fun. That's how I'm looking at it.
Well, it's gonna be my next question, and maybe you just answered that. But figure, you hopped in. I saw that. I was like, all right, yeah.
Yes.
I remember you telling me, a photo shoot we had in Alaska about your figure past.
Yeah.
How do you, I guess, strike the balance, like from figure to wings to bikini to gown? What's the through line, would you say?
Yeah. I think you can do it all. I really do. I mean, maybe there is a difference in bikini and obviously like bodybuilding, but I feel like if you work the right muscles, you can go out there for figure and look great. And then if you just don't fluff yourself up too much when you go out for bikini, you can just look just as, a little bit leaner, a little more sexier, So that's what I'm hoping for.
I get a big feeling that you're going to be doing well in some of these other divisions. By doing well, I mean placing at the top.
Yeah.
But for right now, you have the pro card in wings, and you said that was your favorite. Give a few tips for girls who might be interested in that division. Some girls, they've seen wings, they maybe know a little bit about it, and they see the photos, they look into it, like, should I do that? Is that for me?
Yeah.
What does it take? How to be successful? What are some quick tips that you would give to the girls?
Well, I just went out there and, it's something I really never had done before. I just went out there and had fun. I just tried to switch up my posing just a little bit more relaxed posing rather than something so stoic. And I just tried to show my personality and have a good time. And I think I definitely rocked that category. So.
Sure. I think you rocked them all, but obviously something about that one put you in that first place in pro card spot.
There were a lot of very close calls,
right.
I was told anyway.
Yeah, it's an interesting. Yeah, that's a story that was a theme throughout your classes. But we'll see what happens tomorrow. Again, you said you've made some improvements. It looks like you have. So just in a couple months' time. So we're excited to see what you bring tomorrow. Excited to have you on press pass and at Apex weekend. Kirsten Cote.
Thank you.
Thank you. We did have another pro scheduled. I do not see her. Angela Huckabee and Coach Cote, who's also competing. He's competing here. We did have a little bit of a delay in starting, so maybe they took off, even though they're scheduled for 9:30 and it is 9:40. So they would have just been 10 minutes behind. So I'm going to assume they're not going to be here. That is going to conclude. Oh, someone's going to check. Let's see. If they're not, we're not going to stress it. All right. They're not here. No worries. We'll see them tomorrow on stage. This is IPL Press Pass APEX VIII 2024. I am Yosef, president and founder. Mark Monaco, head judge, 5-time IPL Pro champion, 2-time Athletic Magazine cover guy, 1-time Natural Games Magazine cover guy. We are out. See you guys tomorrow at the show. And again, sorry for that delay. If Netflix can have problems, dang it, so can the IPL. We're out.